Good morning. Today is Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. I just checked the calendar. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Tai Chi. I have a little bit something I'm going to talk about, and I really want to pay attention to practice this morning. We have our nice music that we're going to work with again, and coffee. All right, so have something going on that I'm really unhappy about. Got a neighbor that's got a blaster light, and I have made this clear in multiple complaints and so forth, and I'm talking about it for a reason. Bear with me. This has bearing on our class, right? It does. All right, so they're bullies. They're just flat out bullies. And I was going to use another word there, but I'm going to flat out bullies. And all it would take is to change the light bulb. That's all you'd have to do. That's all they need to do. Change the light bulb. Put an amber bulb in there. Fix the switch so it doesn't go on and off 50 times a day. Literally, I'm not kidding. Upwards of 50 times a day. On and off, on and off, on. It's nuts. With our practice, that's my point. With our practice, as we develop any level of skill, practice comes with, hang on, don't you? It's a morning. We're having a morning. Okay, so that was my cat on my new screens, and that's not happening. She knows better. All right. So back to my point as far as, what these bullies are doing and our practice. And as this this concept of developing our skill, right? So we're creating in this class and through these lessons, we're creating the opportunity for ourselves to develop a greater level of skill and a greater level of ability than somebody who hasn't studied. It's even at that basic level, it's more, right? That comes with a certain level of obligation. So if you're more capable, then you have to show more restraint. That's the tradition. And it actually, philosophically, from a human standpoint, it plays out in the individual, right? That greater level of responsibility for a greater level of skill. You don't get, and I'm sorry, you, me, nobody gets to achieve a higher level without some sacrifice and without paying attention to what they're doing to other people. Now, this is video and it's live stream, and I don't necessarily know who's watching, but I'm here to tell you, I will never ever train anybody like these folks. They do not have the proper character. They do not have the sense that harming someone else, whether you're doing it intentionally or whether you're doing it accidentally, is wrong. And the greater responsibility you have, the greater skill you have, the greater your level of attainment, the more responsibility you have to make sure that you're not doing something that harms somebody else. It's an affirmative responsibility. It's not, oh well, too bad. It's, no, I see what's going on over here, and I'm going to step in the middle of it to try and stop it. And the way that I'm going to do that is as quietly as I possibly can. Because all of the things that we're learning here, my philosophy, I want to learn all of these things because I do not ever want to have to use them. I don't. I really don't. Because using it comes with a whole host of other things that I wish I didn't know, and I don't wish that other people have to learn. So that's my philosophy for this morning. Don't be a bully. If you're a bully, don't come near me, and don't expect me to teach you, because I won't. Taiji practice. We want to take that energy and put it into our practice. Even what I've got right now, which is I'm really annoyed with these folks. This has been going on, and I'm annoyed. I'm really pissed. What can I do? I'm going to go back to another transfer of energy that I have learned. It was from an Inuit grandmother. I heard it on the radio. Being angry only keeps you from doing the things that you need to do. Anger is energy. It's an emotion. And it comes with adrenaline. It comes with all kinds of related emotions. Right? Comes with adrenaline. Comes with related emotions. We're going to take those, we're going to take all of that, mix it up a little bit, and we're going to turn it over and make a cake out of it. Because that same energy is what can drive us to move faster, so that a small child that's falling doesn't fall. This is, I probably told the story. It was at a friend's house. Her godbaby was going up the steps from the basement up to the first floor, just straight up steps. And she got up to almost the top, and the baby was wobbly, and she fell backward. Now, babies fall, and for a large part don't get hurt because they're relaxed. This is something that we have to learn in martial arts, how to fall down and relax, not get hurt, right? So she was relaxed. I got up saw what was happening before she fell. I saw her lose her balance before she fell. She bounced once, and I caught her. And she didn't know what was going on. She wasn't hurt. She was perfectly fine, and I held her there for a minute, looked at her. Hey, that was fun. What'd you do? And she was not upset about it. It could have been something else. Being able to see that, being able to get in and step in, is one of the things that we learn. That concept of what's the next movement, being able to see what's coming next. Talked about this quite a bit in our form practice. That's exactly what we're talking about. All right, so the energy that it took for me to get up quickly and be there before that child hit the floor is the same energy, different direction, different emotion. It's the same energy as my being upset and being angry. We want to channel that. This is negative over here. It's not going to do anything for anybody other than be destructive. Channel it over here. Now we have an opportunity to do something productive. Increase your own intrinsic energy, your own body energy, right? This is what I'm storing for future use. I'm going to take that energy and I'm going to store it for future use. May not need it today, may not need it tomorrow, I might need it next week though. Let's do our stretches. I'm going to face this way for today. That all of that, whatever it is, take it, bring it in, massage it a little bit, turn it over, and we'll make a cake out of it. Feet about shoulder width apart, stand straight. Hands circle at the front. And back to your sides and hold up for just a second. We're going to put the nice music on. All right, let's try that again. Thank you very much for the indulgence, listening to my discussion on the transmutation of energy. We want to work with that. We do. Stand straight. Hands circle at the front. Up along the center line. And reach out. Focus on the lower Tantien. Draw everything into the lower Tantien. Two more. Focus on the lower Tantien. Stand up. Elbows drop down. Wrists. Fingertips. Follow your fingertips down. down through the spine. Focus on the lower Tantian. One more time. Hands return to your sides. Stand straight. Stay there 1 minute. I'm going to talk about this real quick, and then we're going to do our side stretches and the outward-inward stretch. I've said focus on the lower Tantian. The lower Tantian is the Qi Hai, the seat of Qi. This is the area where we can take that energy and transform it. Lower Tantian. Left side, right side. Stand straight. Hands circle to the front. Turn left. Reach out. Circle. Come to center. Turn right. Lower Tantian. Pull everything in. Center. Elbows drop down. Wrists, fingertips. Hands return to your sides. Come center again. Outward and inward. Stretch out, use the legs. Again, everything return to the lower Tantian. Imagine a large lake or beach with the waves gently rolling onto the shore. Now imagine that gentle rolling water, those gentle rolling waves are part of the lower Tantian. Follow your fingertips down. Hands return to your sides. This focus on the lower Tantien, moving, turning, refining the energy. That is what we're trying to do with all of our practice, is to take what we have and refine it, to make it something better, to make it something more useful. Okay. So as I started out this morning, we had this idea that, yeah, I need to make some adjustment. I did. And you watched. Alright? So, this is, I want this to be a lesson that somebody else could take something away from. So, there's that. I'm going to sip a coffee here, and then we're going to practice our form. Same nice music that we had yesterday. And so far today, I'm seeing that there's not been any issue with the machine. Everything's smooth, it's all happy, it's wonderful. One thing could happen today, that's it. Alright, now, feet together. Stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Fingertips down at your sides. Shoulders down and relaxed. Any tension anywhere, let go of it. Knees slightly bent, just a little. And salute. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Transfer the weight to the right. Release the left. Open. Center. Raise the arms. Press down. Shift left. Open right. Ward off. Step through. Ward off. Pull down. Turn. Step through. Ward off. Pull down. Turn. Grasp the bird's tail. Pull back. Press. Open. And push. Turn. Single whip. Both hands down. And both hands up. Raise the hands. Turn. White crane spreads its wings. Fresh knee. Hands strum the lute. Fresh knee. Deflect downward. Parry. And punch. Shift back. Close the door. Turn. Crossing hands. Palms up. Press down. Stand straight. Close. And salute. And do this again. I'm just going to restart this. And then I want to spend a little bit of time on push this morning. Feet together. Stand straight. Salute. Relax. Breathe. Let go of any tension. That's what you see my arms doing here. I'm fiddling. There's some tension there. Still got some tension in my shoulders and my mid-back. And breathe in. Breathe out. Salute. Breathe in. All the way down to the right. Release the left. Breathe out. Breathe in. Arms up. And palms down. Shift left, open right. Turn. Step through. And turn, grasp the bird's tail. Pull down. Press. And push. Turn. Sink whip. Drop the hands. Raise the hands. Turn. White crane spreads its wings. Fresh knee. Step up. Hands Strum The Lute. Fresh knee. Shift back. Deflect downward. Carry. And punch. Back. Push. And turn. Crossing hands. Open. Press down. Close. Salute. Alright, with all of our moves, right, we have this concept of we have this concept of connecting the breath and the movement. This is fundamental for Taiji practice. I give that at the beginning. I've given it through this segment in the form where I'm talking about breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, this is how we regulate the breath through the movement. Do a little bit more of the breath work with my Qigong class, but we want to have some of it focused on particular Tai Chi moves. So I mentioned before I'm going to use push as an example. So as we've informed, we're here, right? And we come back, press, shift back, and push, right? G, press. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right. Now, there's a couple of things going with this that I'm going to talk about. Because, even I'm going to turn this other way. Yeah, it's too confusing. I'm going to do this side. Alright, so I'm here. Push. Shi, hu. Shi is a breathe in, hu is breathe out. Inhale, exhale. The breath extends through the entire movement. Couple other things that I'm going to call out to be paid attention to. With push, notice what I'm doing here with the legs. As I push in, press, I'm going to shift back, sink into the legs. This is not up here. This isn't here. Sink. Here's the circle. All right? For push, we have a couple of opportunities here. From my original teaching, learning in Yang style. Push comes under, up and out. A little bit of an exaggeration, but not much. Shift back, down, sink, and up. Notice my back leg is doing a whole lot of work. Okay? This is push. This is what we're doing. So with this idea, I have, and I'm going to talk about two different things at the same time. So push. I also, in Wudang style, we have push, which is just a little teeny tiny up and then down. Okay, so little bit different direction of force, same concept with push is that whatever it is, it's going out. Push. Alright? We want to engage both legs and the hips, particularly for women, engage the hips because that's where our strength comes from. We don't have so much up here. It's down here. Okay? Guys usually is more up here. Guys have hip strength as well, but it's usually more upper body strength comparatively. All right? So we want to engage the hips. I'm not pushing with my arms. I'm doing very little with this. This is not push. All right? It's not. I'm slapping my hands. I'm doing something else. It's not push. That's push. Whole body is engaged. Comes from the lower Tantian. Everything comes from lower Tantian. I'm going to repeat that till whenever. But that's where it comes from. Now, as we practice, now I talked about keeping focus on the lower Tantian again this morning as well. So we have focus on the lower Tantian. Right foot front, left foot back. Sink into the legs. Keep your hands right where they, keep your hands at the lower Tantian. Don't do anything with the hands for the minute. Okay? Push into the back leg. Right? Push. Sink and push. Set back. Sink into the back leg. And push. As you transfer the weight, push back with your front leg. Back leg pushes front, front leg pushes back, inside pushes out, outside pushes in. Everything pushes down. That root. Sink into the legs. All right, now, as we come forward, think about bring this energy, not the body, right? We're not doing that. Bring the energy. Bring the energy up and send it out. Again, sink and push. Sink and push. Sink. Let your leg drive your hands. Push. What you want is that your hands are actually, hands and arms, upper body, are carrying the energy that you have just transferred through your leg. Guided through the lower Tantian. In this case, we're directing it into push. Multiple other opportunities and applications. Let's do just this little bit. Ward off, roll back, press and push. Face this way. Right foot front. Right arm up. Left arm at the right forearm. Turn. Grasp the bird's tail, pull down. Sink into the back leg. All right, this has the same push, press, and push. All right, one more time. And turn. Pull down. Press. Shift back, open, and push. All right, there's quite a bit more that goes with just push. We can talk about this, talked about the breathing, talked about the leg dynamic, talked about the energy dynamic. We didn't talk about this open and come back in. So we can talk about that again another time. The layering. First you know where to put your foot, then you know how to breathe, and you start learning. This is really where I would like us to go, and so that there's a bit more depth in some of these classes, as well as providing an entry point for folks who may just be getting started. Again, appreciate your indulgence this morning. This concept of transforming the energy is a real thing. It's not pie in the sky. It's not some foo-foo thing. It's a real thing that we can learn how to do. I've learned. Not perfect, but I've learned. And it gives us that ability to transform energy from one to another, gives us an amazing reservoir Chi Hai, Sea of Chi, that we can draw on when we need it. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for listening to my lecture, and thank you for coming and practicing Tai Chi with me. I will be here next week. I'll be here tomorrow and Friday with Wudang Qigong.